what this is? This is the first manuscript that I printed out of my second book on China, Dragon Roars On. Right now it's just been published as an ebook. As I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the cover. I gotta tell you, I'm really disturbed. I'm disturbed. I've been doing some research, and I see some stuff on, besides out there in mainstream media now, specifically I'm seeing some stuff that's on YouTube by other folks, and I don't even want to say who they are, who try to come across as well-established China experts, and they even have Chinese wives. Man, I honestly regard their work as irresponsible, bordering on a disgrace. Why do I say that? Because China is right now one of the happiest and best places on earth. It's never been better. Did you hear what I just said? One of the happiest and most safe and stable places on earth for something along the lines of 700 million people. That's like twice the population of the entire United States. And yet there's this impression you're constantly being given of China that it's so bad. This particular couple of resources that I reviewed on YouTube, and they have a lot of followers, they constantly pick the exception to the rule of what's good. They pick the exception, the one company that made a bad vaccine, the few construction projects that are poorly made, and then they look out on the horizon and they say, oh, you see all those construction projects? See, they're all the same. They're all crap like this in China. You see, with these generalizations, all crap like this in China. I don't know, the apartment building I'm in right here. Hundreds of thousands of apartment buildings. The majority of apartment buildings are built just fine, thank you. And they're trying to tell you, oh, and it's all crap. I tell you, they did the same thing. They had this, even they're talking about fake beer. I mean, as if these were the majority. You see, that's my problem. That these are the majority. No, they're the exception. They're unfortunate. And you find fake goods in China because it is China, okay? And that's a whole separate subject. You find more instances of fake goods here because this place is the producer of the world's goods. Okay? There's a reason for it. So yes, you're going to find more proliferation of fake goods compared to a place like the United States, which doesn't produce stuff, but consumes it. You see? So you're not going to find the fake goods there because they don't make they don't make any goods there. They make less goods there. America's the greatest consumer of the American consumers, the top consumers of the world. You see my point? So I'm really disturbed by this. And I look at the cover, my quote on the cover of the book, which was intended to be stimulating. Compared to the divisive societies of the West, middle-class life in China is like living in Disneyland. You kidding me, Mario? Are you kidding me? Oh, this guy's got his rose-colored glasses on? Yeah, you really think I do? Okay. Happy, safe, and stable. There's plenty of problems like in any other society, but it's better than ever for 600 million people. Now, when I talk to Chinese people, and there's a lot more of them than there are of you, okay? When I ask the average Chinese person, okay, and I say, do you understand how good your country has become over the last 15 years and it's never been better? Your life is so good. The vast majority. And I'm talking about these are regular middle income folks making what Westerners think is not a lot of money, $1,000 a month, okay? And they go, yeah, we know. We don't understand why everyone just keeps attacking the country and it's all political crap. I'm telling you this. China is, I don't want to say but one of the happiest safest and most stable places on earth. 4, by any standard. Yeah, yeah. I've got all the statistics, all the information, and more importantly than anything, and this is my perspective, I have the first-hand witness of my life. Okay, I'm not living in downtown Shenzhen or downtown Shanghai or downtown Beijing where apartments cost 70,000 RMB per month. Okay? I've lived there. I'm talking about regular China. You talk to me about China, oh, it's so expensive, the real estate market's going to crash. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, it's so expensive. You don't know what you're talking about. Do you know that the expensive apartments, the expensive real estate in Shanghai, Beijing, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and a couple of other cities like Hangzhou, a couple of others. Do you know in total that they only represent about 13-14% of the entire population inventory of the real estate market in China's cities? %14. That's not China. That's that. It's like saying Manhattan is the United States, or downtown Los Angeles, or Beverly Hills, or San Francisco, or South Beach, Miami, on the condos on the coast. It's like saying, oh, that's America. Folks, those places aren't America. Okay, so all you see and think about and get fed in the mainstream media are the main places of China, and you're mistakenly given the impression that those places represent the mass of China. I've lived everywhere. I've lived in 5, 6 different cities and in different neighborhoods of those cities. So I know where I'm coming from over the last 20 years. I know the truth, the clarity. I don't want to even use the word truth because I don't want to sound like, I'm better than everybody else. Like, it's truth. No. Clarity. I want to speak to you with brevity and clarity about what's really going on in China, what the reality of China. Okay, and this is the reality. With my wife's hometown here in Shenyang, we moved here to a second-tier city. This is real China. Okay, now it's as nice as a city. It's as nice as Shanghai, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Chengdu, Beijing. It's just a little different. It's very nice. It's a lot less foreigners here. That doesn't bother me because the focus of my life is my family, my beautiful wife, my son. Take care of them. My wife's mom. This is life, family life. Traditional Italian thinking, traditional family. Okay, same thing here in China, So here I am in Shenyang, and real estate prices are in second-tier cities like Shenyang, more along the lines of, say, 6 to 10,000 RMB a square meter. Oh, not 50 or 80. Oh, okay. That's good to know, Mario. And this is the majority. This is 85% of the country. Okay. And I'll tell you another thing. And this is the problem. The perspective you got to understand. Over this 15-year period, the wealthy in America, and that's the elites, the government, the Wall Street, the billionaires, the multi-millionaires, the ones in control of all the money. In the West, they sucked up all the money, and in the same 15, 20-year period, and this is just historically, I'm just explaining it, trying to keep my angst to a minimum because I don't like it, the middle class has gone down. We know this. So in the American middle class has declined. They got gutted. The middle American market is on the decline and struggling. Wages up a little bit in 20 years for America's households. During that same period, the exact opposite happened in China. China began from nowhere. It's also the beginning of a new economic cycle where America's at the end of a long 60-year economic cycle. Can't change reality. Okay, and the mega trend economics, right? At the same 15-year period of American middle class declining, okay, regardless of the analysis, look at what happened in China. 600 million people, their lives rose up into middle class. It's 1.4 billion people here. It's almost 4.5 times the population of the United States. As of now, 52%, half of them, are urbanized, living in cities like Shenyang. They're not out in the country. Now, there's a long way to go, lots of problems, but 700 million people living in the cities, okay? And of those 700 million, 300 million living very comfortably. You see, again, almost the entire population of the United States. Here's the thing. If you're poor, couldn't be more tough for you than to be in America. Because the last place you want to be if you're struggling and you need to make ends meet is America. It's way too expensive. If you're not making a lot of money and you're living here in China, you're doing much better. And I'll tell you, here's the main reason why, and I'm going to end it on this right now. Okay, we're at 12 minutes. Here in China, if you say, oh, I want to live less expensively, you can do it. And you don't expose yourself to crime. Nasty gangs, drugs, guns. As soon as you go down market in America to try to save money, I lost my job. My career's getting messed up. The factory closed. Our jobs have been phased out. And now I'm working at Walmart. Damn. How am I going to take care of my family? Downgrade. It's okay. It's not a bad idea. You can downgrade, But when you downgrade in America, you thrust yourself into bad neighborhoods. You can't go. The average rent, I use Phoenix, Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona, where my family is back there. You can use LA as an example too, or pretty much anywhere. You say, well, if I'm renting at $1,000 a month, okay, it's a good neighborhood, it's safe. Oh, I want to save money. I'm going to go down to $500 a month. Shit, your neighbors are drug dealers, gangs, guns. It scares the hell out of you. Your family's not safe. It's a reality. Okay, am I wrong? Leave your comments, let me know. But in China, it's not like that. So this is why I say, happy, safe, stable. Makes you upset, makes you angry to hear this. It shouldn't. It's not political. We're just talking about a society of people, families, households. That's what we're talking about. Because here in China, you move to less expensive places. They're the same. They're still safe. I'll use Shanghai as the example if you want me to. You can use Shenyang here where I live, which is a real Chinese city. Okay, they're both big, big urban cities. Okay, in Shanghai, expensive rent is, let's call it $1,500 a month. You say, oh, I don't want to spend that much. Okay, so you go down to $1,000 a month. I don't want to spend that much. I want to go down to $500, $600 a month. Okay, no problem. Now you're living in the building. It ain't sexy. It's just a basic walk-up building. But the building still has a gate, and there's apartment buildings, and there's still a bow on, a guard, security guard at the gate, you see, walking in and out, even at the low level, you see. There's safety measures in place. The society of people are well behaved. Nobody has guns. You don't find drug dealers and gangs hanging out on the corners because they have the freedom to do so, which harasses and destroys the whole society. See the problem? So you don't have the freedom that you're thinking, oh, that freedom I have in America to do what I want. It's true. You don't. I don't want it. I don't need it. What I do want is for my family to be living in a place that's safe and stable, and I don't want drug dealers and gangs around and guns. So I give up some freedom to gain another kind of freedom. You see? That's not political. This is the reality of life. All of us with our families. Okay? Because here in China, if you want to rent in a lower, less expensive neighborhood, you just go, further away from downtown. You can do that and it's still safe. Man, if you're a family man, that's what you care about the most. You want to be able to save money but keep your family safe, right? I'll leave it right there, folks. Have a great day. This is Mario Cavolo, and thanks for joining me here. The Dragon Roars On. It's a new channel. This is my Dragon Roars On YouTube channel to go with the publishing of my book. So it's tough. You know, people see, oh, there's not many subscribers yet. It's because it's brand new. Please get involved. Jump in. Give me your comments, your ideas. You know, even if you think I won't like it, it's okay. Let's talk it through in the comment section. Share this video and please subscribe. Thanks very much.